to the Weekly Weasley.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Sadie. In the Weekly Weasley, we talk about things the Weasleys have done.
We use J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books.
Today, we are going to be telling a few stories from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th books. So let's get started.
First story is from the 5th book, and it is about Ron. It is when the Weasleys, Harry, and Hermione got their book lists. Ron had something else in his. The reason is that he had become a prefect. Some people were happier than others. Ron was confused. Hermione was thrilled. Fred and George were mad at Harry. Harry was happy for Ron, but was confused by the twins' reaction. And of course, Mrs. Weasley threw a happy fit. Apparently, the twins thought Harry was going to be a prefect, so this was a surprise. And from the twins' point of view, it was a bad one. They wanted Ron to be like them, joking around, not like perfect Percy. Once or twice after, they teased him and called him Ickle Ronnie the Prefect. Since becoming prefect was you've got to have a reward for this occasion,
Says Mrs. Weasley.
Ron got a new broom. He decided he wanted to play on the Gryffindor Quidditch team, but that's another story. And we are here to tell it.
He decided he wanted to take Wood's job as keeper, since Wood had left Hogwarts.
He secretly practiced every day after classes.
But very soon, Hermione and Harry noticed that Ron was very tired.
Meanwhile, Harry stuck in detention, drawing his own blood just for evil Professor Umbridge.
He has to stay in her office very late every night.
Until he's got a scar on the back of his head. He comes back to the dorm very late.
And one night, Harry saw that Ron wasn't in bed either.
Ron tried to hide his broom, but he ended up telling Harry his plan.
He wanted to compete in the tryouts.
One night in detention, Harry could sort of see the tryouts.
And yes, Ron made the team!
Now that we're back, we have a sponsor that would like to say something. The Enchanted Essentials presents the Auto Spell Cauldron.
Tired of stirring? Come and get the Auto Spell Magic Cauldron from the Enchanted Essentials. Say the name of an object on the shelves on the outside of the cauldron, and it will go in. Also, if you say something to the cauldron, such as, my smallest crystal vial, half full, the cauldron will find your smallest crystal vial and fill it halfway, just like you told it to. Oh yeah, stir twice, then dump it out. Just call 1-82451-7752 or visit autospellcauldron.hogwarts.com for more information and prices. In the Triwizard Tournament, in the 4th book, Charlie Weasley really comes into play.
The first task has simple rules, but it is very hard. You have to pass a fire-breathing dragon and get what it thinks it's one of its eggs. Charlie helps bring the dragons to the school, and he made sure that they didn't escape.
What if they tried to breathe fire before the tournament?
Then Charlie and the other wizards he was working with would try and stun the dragon. That actually happened. But it was still able to be an obstacle in the tournament because it woke up.
What types of dragons?
Well, the most dangerous is a Hungarian horntail, and then the other dangerous ones, but not as dangerous as the Hungarian, but they were the Welsh green, the Chinese fireball, and a Swedish short snout.
Let me guess. Harry got the first one you said.
Not the Weasley's fault, though. It was random.
Now for a small bit of confusion. We are going back to the 5th book.
Fred and George are up to no good again.
Well, they're helping Harry try to talk to Sirius, so it's good for Harry at least.
The problem is that Harry isn't allowed to because he has to use a fire. Only one in a certain teacher's office would work.
Fires are sort of the form of telephones or video calls.
The story that we're here to tell is the twins' plan.
They decided they would create a diversion.
The plan worked. The twins' rooms were locked up, but when Filch was getting ready to whip them, they summoned the brooms using a summoning charm, and they got their brooms back.
Then they got in their brooms and
left the school.
Peeves even promised to try and get rid of the mean Defense Against the Dark arts teacher.
What? Peeves followed orders? That is so rare. Anyway, Fred and George told the other students the new location of their shop before zooming away.
Speaking of shops, the Dragon Trackers told us to tell you something.
Tracking a dragon's footprints, but you don't know which kind, the Dragon Trackers have a solution. Simply get a dragon footprint recognizer, insert your wand in the top, and scan the dragon footprints with the round hole. Then look through the other side of the screen. You will now see the name of the type of dragon that made those footprints. See a dragon type that's flickering? You may have discovered a new species. It's only 5 sickles, 3 newts, and fueled by 1 wand, called 135.
Dragon Tracker or talk to them via Flu Powder. Our Flu address is TDT Headquarters, Hogsmeade.
Now for one more short story.
When Bill Weasley left Hogwarts, he went to Egypt.
In Egypt, he worked for the wizard bank called Gringotts.
It is run by goblins.
Later, Mr. Weasley won something a little like a lottery for magic people.
So the Weasleys went to see the pyramids with Bill.
Now we'd like to say some thank yous.
Our sponsors, the Dragon Trackers and the Enchanted Essentials.
And to the people who helped us. See you, Katie.
See you, Sadie. And of course, thank you for watching the Weekly Weasley.